Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining. My name is Chris Betcher, and I'm here for Geeks on Tap to help you understand some of the new things that Google have brought out in the last couple of months to help you get ready for the 2026 school year. There's been some really cool new stuff released, and I want to take you through some of the things that I think you'll find most useful. So let's dive in. Now, just before we do dive in, some of you might be wondering, how do you keep on top of this stuff? How do you know what's new all the time? Let me refer you to this website here called Google Workspace Updates. And this is the blog basically that Google publish all of the latest updates to. You can get to this site by going to workspaceupdates.googleblog.com. Yeah, but make sure you subscribe with that blue button and it will send you an email either daily or weekly. As you can see, you can scroll down here and you can see all the updates that have come through in the last little while. And you can actually filter it. So if you want to look for a specific tool, so say Google Docs, click on that and it'll show you all the things that have come through in Google Docs. You can look for all the things in Google Workspace. You can focus on Gemini. So whatever it is you want to find out about, this is the place to learn it. All right. So with that, let's jump into the first thing. Okay, so the first thing is Google Vids. And here we are in Google Vids here. And there's a couple of new things in here that are really worth knowing about. And you can see they're actually tagged here with a new tag on the front page. But let's just jump into a brand new blank vid. And talk about some of the new things. So the first thing is the fact that you can now make Google videos from a Google Slides presentation. So if I go up here to the File menu and say Convert Slides, you'll see it actually pops up a box and asks me to pick a slide deck. So let's just pick this one, for example, and say Select. And it will jump in there. And from here, I can go and say, look, I don't need this slide and I don't need that slide. So you can pick and choose which slides you want to include. And this one here, if you turn this little switch on, you can include an AI voiceover, which adds a script and background music. So it literally turns it into a full multimedia video for you, assuming you've got the AI license. But let's talk about that in a sec. So we'll hit import. And now it's turning the slides into a video. Now, it might take a minute. It does take a moment to just do this. So I'll pause the video and come back as soon as it's done. And here we are. You can see what it's done is it's turned those slides into a video. If I go down here, I can switch this over to fit everything in the timeline. And you can see it's created the slides or the actual scenes from the video. It's added some music and it's added a voiceover. And if I hit play to see what it's done,
Welcome to this video on creating Google Sites. We'll be walking through the process step by step. Here's an overview of the topics we will cover. Why use a site? Web page elements.
I'm just going to skip forward just to have another look at some other parts of this. So let's go to there, for example.
With the home page, then organize additional pages and navigation links. Use the menu section to establish your site's.
I think one of the really clever things that it does, especially with that narration, is it's not just reading the bullet points. It's actually creating a narration track that talks to the bullet points rather than just lists them out. So let's talk about the next thing. The next thing is in Google Vids. Let's just create a new one. So I'll go File, New Video, and let's just create another blank vid. So the other thing I want to point out is that both Nano Banana, which is the AI image generator in Vids, is right here. So if you can describe it with a prompt down here, it will create that image for you. It's really clever. And if you click up here where it says video, this is the video generator, and it will generate a video based on a prompt. Now, a couple of things that are new here is if you describe your 8-second video, it'll create it for you. But if you need to be a bit more specific than that, you've now got this thing called ingredients. So if I click on ingredients, it'll pop up a search into my computer here, and I can pick a file. So I've got a picture of this cowboy hat, for example, and there it is. There's the cowboy hat, and I'll pick this other one, and here's a picture of some snake skin. Open. So I have two things now, what they call ingredients. And if I now give my prompt and I say, turn the hat into a snake skin hat, right? It'll do that. It'll combine those two things that I've given it. So I can be much more specific now about exactly what I want to see in my video. And you can put up to 3 things in the ingredients list. You also have the option to create your video in either landscape mode or portrait mode, so horizontal or vertical. So that's a new thing as well. So let's just go to landscape mode and let's hit generate. That will take a moment to do that. So again, I'll just pause this video and come back to you when that's done. Okay, and we're back. And look, I actually had a couple of goes at this because the first one wasn't exactly what I wanted. If you scroll down here, you'll see the first one. It just turned the hat from leather into snakeskin, not what I wanted. And similar thing with the second one, not exactly what I wanted. So I went back to the prompt and I changed it to make the hat out of snakeskin and have it slowly rotate. And so the final one I got, that was actually what I wanted. So sometimes you do have to have more than one go at the prompt just to fine tune it if you don't get what you want the first time. But I do like that last one. So let's add that. And you can see now that's added. Now that's got the music track behind it. I don't really want the music track, so I'm just going to click on the little speaker down here and say mute that, because I don't want to hear that. But now if I play that, you'll see it is a lovely picture of a rotating hat made of snakeskin. So that's an example how you can use the ingredients in Vids now to sort of combine two images into a single image and get exactly what you want. So now the other thing you can do in Vids, let's just open a new scene here. If I go to the avatar menu, you can see that I can add a script to a scene. So let me just come up with a script here. So I've just added a little script there. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm an AI avatar you can use to read your script. I'm built right into Vids. Now I want an avatar to read that. So I can come down here to the avatar list and you'll see if I click change, there are in fact 12 different avatars in here I can use. They each look and sound different.
The voice you select makes a difference.
The voice you select makes a difference.
The voice you select makes a difference.
Okay, so you can pick the one you want, and I'm going to pick, I like Kim. So
The voice you select makes a
and say select, and that will add Kim in here. So when I click the preview button, I'll hear Kim reading the script that I've got. Let's have a listen to see what that sounds like. And you'll notice her lips don't quite sync up.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm an AI avatar that you can use to read your script. I'm built right into Vids.
Perfect. That's great. Sounds great, but the lips aren't syncing exactly right. So once we hit the generate button, and that will then generate that, and that's when it will get the lip syncing exactly right. And if you've used this before, when it was VO 3.0, the lip syncing was pretty good, but with 3.1, it's excellent now. It's really, really good. So let me just give that a moment to generate and I'll be right back. Okay, and here we are. There is the avatar generated of Kim reading that script. Let's see what it sounds like.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm an AI avatar that you can use to read your script. I'm built right into Vids.
So pretty impressive, I think, that AI avatar. I think it does a great job. The lip syncing is really good now. So if you haven't tried it, you'll find it right here in avatars. Really good for kids who don't want to appear on the video. Now, I mentioned this is part of the AI license. The good news is for schools at the moment that Google have made all of these AI features available to schools up until May 2026. Now, they may review it after that and extend it longer. I don't know. I'm not sure. But you've got until May to at least play with this without the need to purchase an AI license. So go and have a play with it. The final thing I want to show you in Vids, and I might just open a new one. If I go into new video, if I go in here, you'll see now you have the option for landscape, portrait, and square. So you can now create your video in 3 different modes, either landscape 16:9, portrait 9:16, or square 1:1. And that's great if you're producing content for, say, social media or something that you plan to use that doesn't need to be in that sort of regular, widescreen format. So you can pick it from here, or if you just create a new vid, it'll default to the widescreen, but you've got a button up the top here where you can change it from video size to landscape, portrait, or square. You can see if I change that and apply that, I get a different format now. So those are the new things in Google Vids. There's some really cool stuff in there. And Vids, of course, if you've not used it, it is an amazing little video editor. It is quite powerful. And the most amazing thing is the fact that it's collaborative. So if I click that share button, you can click in here and you can share it with other people. So if you want your students to do group work on a video project, which has always been very difficult to do, this is the tool for doing that. Makes it super easy. It's just like working on a Google Doc, except video. All right, so that is Vids. Let's come back and look at some of the other stuff that's new.